period, they will skill 22.82 million. And the training capacity that they'll create is about 4.8 million. That is more than what existed in the country till 2 years ago. So it is important that while the government is doing what it is doing, it is important for the private sector to actually step in and build partnerships to take this forward. NSDC would be very happy to work with you, would be very happy to extend our partnership with the government of Gujarat and take you around this journey in skilling or making Gujarat the skills capital of India. Thank you very much for this opportunity. And take you around this journey in skilling or making Gujarat the skills capital of India. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Shenoy, for laying out the public-private partnership. Now, let's talk about industry per se and focus on the challenges that not just large corporations face, but also the micro and small and medium enterprises. And that's where our next speaker comes on board, Dr. Dinesh Awasthi, who's the director at the Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India. Now, Dr. Dinesh Awasthi, our next speaker.
Honorable Minister Shri Saurabh Patel, my colleagues from the dais, ladies and gentlemen. Sir, I have been looking at the statistics. One thing which intrigues me, that everybody is talking about skills, but nobody really knows how many persons are required in which sector and where. If you talk to chemical industries, they will say very high shortage. But how much shortage, nobody knows. I think it is high time that NSDC must take up the issue of skill mapping. What is the status of skill mapping and how many persons are required where? As far as public-private sector is concerned, I'm afraid it is working under capacity. The other issue is in all 6,800 IITs, 7,000 vocational institutions, total capacity is about 3 million, that is 30 lakhs. And as per statistics, the inflow of people who will be untrained, unskilled in the market will be 8 million every year. So there is a gap of 5 million persons to be trained, which we do not have anywhere with us, despite all our paraphernalia. We have talked about only one side of SMEs, and that is people who will be working for micro and small enterprises. But the other very important segment which we have not touched so far is the small and medium segment itself. A lot of people start industries without any training, without any capacity, and within 1,000 days of its operation, they fall sick. I think besides talking of skill development for laborers, we must also talk about capacity building of entrepreneurs themselves. The other issue which I would like to flag is the kind of skill requirement and who sets up these curricula and all those things. I think there is a serious need that industry participates in setting up and developing curriculum itself. Now, I talked to industry people and I had a benefit of evaluating a UNDP project of skills in Orissa and Jharkhand. Whenever I went to industries, they said, no sir, ITI people are not worth employing, they are not employable, because they are being trained on the equipments which were set up in 1956. If this is the situation, we have infrastructure of 6,800 ITIs, what we are doing about that. So my take with 2-3 things which I would summarize and stop talking about is that 1, we should do skill mapping very seriously. Number 2, there has to be a capacity building program at a large scale for entrepreneurs, those who are already into businesses. Number 3, there has to be a focus on the programs for those who want to enter into micro enterprises and small enterprise sector. So this is what my take is, sir. Thank you very much for this very passionate hearing. Thanks a lot.
Different banking solutions from HSBC, the world's local bank.
Corporate India is expanding as the government is cashing in on its businesses. and that's heralding in a new wave of IPOs. Evaluate IPOs and assess their price targets. Through management interviews, agency ratings, and a merit checklist that will keep you informed and IPOs validated. Monetize new prospects in the market with All About IPOs only on ET Now.
Brought to you by India's superfast wireless broadband, Reliance Net Connect.
Microsec, faith that never misleads.
There hasn't been no positive news, I would say. There's been some positive news, and one positive place has been India, which, of course, went through this financial crisis brilliantly, but without much effect that we could see on the financial services industry in India.
Catch J. Christopher Flowers in an exclusive conversation on ET Interview, only on ET Now.
Let me invite Mr. Akhil Saxena. He is going to be the final speaker as part of this panel discussion. Mr. Saxena is the center head at NID Gandhinagar. He will be speaking on entrepreneurship, social upliftment, as well as skill development.
Good morning, Mr. Sir, distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen. Well, today's topic, industry responsive skill development. I'm happy that this topic has come up, because what we started at NID 50 years back was something of the similar line. But that was a time when not many people understood our experiment. And 50 years hence, I believe, and we believe that what we have started in 1961 is giving dividend, and it has helped industry in many ways. There's a bit of a history, because our institute came into being after a study which was conducted by American designers Charles Eames and Raines. They were invited by the government of India to help industry at that point, because the inner industry was not doing very well. So they took their help just to suggest what can be done. And one of the suggestions was to create one institution like NID, which will take care of research and service to the industry. We have about 2,000 plus alumni who are working in different industries, and they are entrepreneurs. Currently we are having 900 students on the campus. We have 60 full-time faculty members. Then we have activities, which is an industry training program and projects. Then we have design consultancy wing, where we take live projects from the industry, where students and faculty both work. So it is more of a hands-on and minds-on experience, because the students go through some theoretical experiences. We have outreach programs, which is very much helping in all needy sectors, because we identified almost 230 different sectors in India which need design intervention and some skill development. Now, we encourage our students to visit different part of the country, do documentation, because until they visit villages, because we make them stay in the villages for 2 weeks just to understand their way of life, what they do, how they do. So this because many students have who join NID have not even visited villages, they have no idea. So this is another way of exposing them to the realities and how they can function in different sectors. Then we have different workshop on IPR and other issues. Thank you.
May I now call the Honorable Minister to the podium. He's been listening in patiently to all the presentations. Mr. Saurabh Patel.
Friends, Vibrant Gujarat 2003, 5, 7 and 9 and now 2011 has put Gujarat on an automatic mode as far as investments are concerned. You can understand the requirements of the industry today and tomorrow and compare it with yesterday, and you will realize where we are heading if we do not actively pursue our goals, our future requirements for the industry in a very fast manner. I'll just give you a small example. On one side, our Chief Minister is very actively pursuing inclusive growth, and especially in the rural sector. And on the other side of the story is